Hello, gamers. Hello, happy Tuesday. Tuesday. We are back with some more of, let me go to the game screen. Never 7, the end of infinity. A couple of things. I posted about this on Blue Sky and Twitter. I've been going to the gym recently. Yippee whoop-de-doo. And my, I was focusing on arms for the first time the other day, and to this day, my arm is still hurting, so that's cool. That's neat. So we're just gonna have to persist through pain, and see how that goes. But right now I'm feeling better than I did yesterday at the very least. It's not like a serious thing. It's just ow, muscle sore, owie, ow. Let me go ahead and get into the game. Continue, load. Right, we're on page 2 of 8 for the saves. And 4-3 on the menu tonight, common route. Well, should I start dinner soon? Well, before you do that, Izumi-san, let me go over the recap for last time, because last time was kind of wild. It was kind of crazy. So, during Stream 2, we learned that Izumi's parents, who are also Kurumi's parents, we learned that they are genetic engineers, and I was like, okay, cool. Good for you. What I didn't realize is that everybody else is in on the joke except me. So they were like... So they're essentially like, hey, clones are a real thing. Of course they're here. Like, of course we've had clones since the 2000s. Like, year 2000. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, huh? So we just learned, thanks to Saki, it seems like Haruka was pestering Saki about something. I don't know. And Saki was like, no, get away from me. And since then, Saki has been kinda bad, to be honest. No offense to people who like Saki. I'm sure she's great. I'm sure she's fine. I just can't see it right now. She was kinda a little bad, a little mean. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. And she revealed to the group that Haruka is a clone. And everybody is kind of trying to deal with that being a thing. And it makes me feel like we're still on the common route, so how... There's so much focus and emphasis on Haruka that it's like, what if I just said, you know, like, who cares about Haruka? Like, I love Izumi. What would happen then? Is my theory going to be correct about, like, oh, Izumi's an alien, and Kurumi's a mermaid, and, you know, Haruka's a clone? That would be crazy. I don't think so, but we will see. With that though, with that explanation out of the way, I think we're all set to continue the story, so let's just do it. Izumi-san, trying to dispel the awkward atmosphere, speaks cheerfully and heads toward the kitchen. Izumi-san, I'll help too. I offer my assistance. Really? That would be great. Makoto-kun, if you could set the table, that would be a big help. Oh, come on, I can do more than that. I was gonna say, is like, that's not really helping. I can peel potatoes, you know? Nobody said anything. Potatoes? Potatoes? Yeah, potatoes, they're pretty cool, right? At that moment, everyone turns to me. Their gazes are like needles piercing into me. The sudden pressure that comes over me makes it hard to breathe. What about the potatoes? Again. Once again, I had a premonition. Oh, okay. Because she was like, hey, I'll make something for dinner. And she didn't say what she was going to make for dinner. But I don't know if that's a premonition. I can peel potatoes. Like, I don't know. I'm sure we have potatoes somewhere. Despite thinking this, for some reason, the words that can't come to my mind are completely different. Oh, but I'm gonna say what we're actually making right now. Yeah? I don't know how this is working. I don't know what's going on right now. But today is curry, right? I find myself blurting that out. It's something trivial, but I have no idea why I say it. It's like someone else inside me is controlling me. Haha, well, about that. That might actually be a relevant thing. In I, the Somnium Files, something like that is not super relevant. And then in Zeroscape as a series, I would say that's kind of relevant. The idea of the player is kind of relevant. It's interesting. Yeah, in all three games actually, the idea of the person controlling, like the player, is pretty relevant to the story, I would say. I heard, and this is just something that I heard once, and I cannot confirm or deny. This is kind of partly why I'm so excited to go through this series. But I heard that the second I, the Somnium Files game is kind of like Uchikoshi's, like, I don't know, Uchikoshi's best works, kind of, so to speak, in that it borrows elements from all of his games, including this series. I don't know if it's Ever 17 specifically or just all three of these games, but that's what I hear. So things that we see in that second I, the Somnium Files game might come back and be interesting to sort of explore. Well, that's true. We're having curry today. Makoto. Big bro, how did you know? How did you know it's curry? This is not a crazy guess. I'm on team Okihiko for like once in my life. I think it's not that wild of a guess. Ishihara, seriously? You're trying to make a joke at a time like this? Okihiko looks at me through narrowed eyes. Ah, crap. The awkward atmosphere is getting even heavier. I have to do something to divert their attention. Well, I saw them. I saw the ingredients that Izumi-san brought earlier. The ingredients? Potatoes, carrots, onions, beef, and curry roe. Of course. Roe. Ah, right. Well, anyone would know it's curry with those ingredients, wouldn't they? Okay, Yuka, you should be following up on this, because you had a premonition earlier, too. Good grief. Seems like they're convinced for now. I wipe the cold sweat from my forehead. And then, today's dinner is curry. Haruka, you came out of your room. Haruka suddenly mutters. That's right. We're having curry for dinner. Or was she already there? Hold on. Do I have a button for this? I do. Wahaha. Was she already there? And I just kind of missed it when they were doing the ... Oh yeah, she was there. Never mind, she was there. She was there the whole time. I just kind of forgot about you. My bad, Haruka. After all, when it comes to a retreat, curry is a must, right? Curry, huh? Curry. Curry. Everyone mumbles curry in unison. From their solemn expressions, it seemed like they didn't particularly like curry. Speaking of which, there's something I need to do. Well, it's not really a big deal, but... So, excuse me for a moment, I'll be right back. With those words, Okihiko leaves lodge. Okay? Okay. Well, whatever. I guess he's going to concoct his next master plan or whatever, I don't know. Not like I care what he does or where he goes. I think to myself, and then Kurumi chimes in. Oh, that's right. Big sis, pretty please, don't put onions in it, okay? I hate onions too, to be honest. Aw, you can't say that. I bought a lot of onions. No, I really hate onions. So base, Kurumi? Kurumi, don't be so picky. But... that's fine with me. We don't need onions. I'm fine too. You're cool too, right, Makoto? Yeah, I don't mind at all. A couple of onions removed compared to Yuka's cooking. Really, well, I guess I'll go with that then. Kurumi, say thank you to everyone properly. Okay. Thanks, guys. Look, like, onions friggin' suck, so I'm glad you all agree with me. Oh my, thank you so much, everyone. Kurumi says in an exaggerated, sarcastic manner. Honestly now. Mumbling to herself, Izumi-san disappears into the kitchen. Izumi-san. I told you I can help. And this would be a good chance to have a conversation about all my premonitions and stuff, since you're kind of curious about that, right? Following her into the kitchen. Makoto-kun, I appreciate the sentiment, but you really don't have to do anything. Men should stay out of the kitchen. Got it? Anyway, with such a gentle smile directed at me, I can't resist. I just say, okay, alright, whatever you say. Replying like a kid, I go back to the living room. As I leave the kitchen, I hear a faint sigh from behind me. Just as Izumi-san had directed, I begin setting the table for dinner. While I do so, Yuka and Haruka lean back on the sofa, watching TV. Kurumi sits on the floor, fiddling with something. Men should stay out of the kitchen. Old. Take out swap for dinner trick. It's like, I don't know why she would say that, but okay, whatever, you know, floats your boat, sure, whatever. I guess I don't have to help. You know, just refuse my help. Anyway. Hello, is it Azen or Merc? Hello, I hope you are doing well today. Kurumi sits on the floor, fiddling with something. Perhaps it's a piece of notepaper or some origami. Why doesn't anyone offer to help out? I think this to myself, feeling a bit frustrated, but continue in silence. 7:52 p.m. Eventually, we get to enjoy another one of Izumi-san's amazing dinners. The food is great, but I can't help but think about Haruka and Saki. They're probably on everyone's minds. After finishing the meal, an uncomfortable silence settles in again. Hey, I have a great idea! Alright, Kurumi. What is it? What? You're back? There's an old cemetery nearby. Okay, what is with you and the occult? You just love this stuff. What now? Why don't we have a test of courage there? It seems that Kurumi can't bear the heavy atmosphere either. It seems that Kurumi can't, she wants to lighten the mood. I just read that. Oops, my bad. Are you listening? Big bro, doesn't that sound like fun? Well, I guess I'm cool with it. I don't know, nothing better to do. Yay! Then it's decided. Wait a minute. Oh, could it be that you're scared, Yuka? Is that a chicken? No, I'm not scared. In that case, it's settled. In the end, Kurumi persuades us to do the test of courage. And then we just leave. Okay. 8:04 p.m. This seems like the type of place where something big would happen. Yeah? This seems like the type of place where something would happen. The road leading to the graveyard stretches westward from here, or so it seems. I say, or so it seems, because it's not really a road, it's barely a path. Until Kurumi pointed it out to me, I had just thought that it would be an opening in the bushes. Is there really a graveyard or something like that at the end of this thing? If there is, it's undoubtedly a pretty dangerous place. So Izumi-san came with us too? I guess so. Also, hello! Hello, Rob. How are you doing? How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. We are just kind of continuing this game where I don't know what's happening at any point. It's just like slice of life bullshit, and then also, you didn't see this coming, waha! And then, okay, that's just kind of been the story so far. It's been great. It's been great. Everyone's been pretty courageous up to now, but you can sense the tension in their bodies. Da-da-da-dan! Now, let me explain the rules. For some reason, only Kurumi is super excited. She seems eager to get this started already. According to this year's Japan Test of Courage Association's official rulebook, a test of courage is a competition to see who's brave enough to go somewhere people usually fear. So, what is she talking about? This time, the place people usually fear is an old well deep in the graveyard. I, Kurumi, will serve as the judge for whether or not you've reached the goal. Hey, wait, does that mean you're not going, Kurumi? No, I'll go there first and then judge the results of the competition. Oh, that sort of thing. You're just chickening out. Well, I go there a lot, so I'm not scared at all. That's a good point. Besides, it's scarier to be waiting alone. That's also true. Okay, Kurumi-chan, we'll leave it to you. Lol, I've been doing good. Glad to catch a stream. Yeah, glad to have you here. It's been a little bit. It's been a while. So, glad to have you here. Yep, thanks. Yuka does not look happy with any of this. ... You always do things your way, Kurumi. 8:11 p.m. Off we go! Only Kurumi seems full of enthusiasm, as usual, as she leads the way into the forest. The others follow behind her as if clinging to her, saying, "Don't leave us behind!" I follow along, extending one leg into the thicket, but... Hey, Makoto, who's talking to me right now? Is that Yuka? I suddenly hear someone call me from behind. Yeah. Yuka, huh? I thought you'd gone ahead. So, you got scared, huh? No way, that's not true at all. So, what is it? So... What? This is a test of courage, right? Uh-huh. And a test of courage usually involves pairs of twos, right? Well, yeah, usually. So, about that, I was just thinking... And then I just immediately turn and call out to Haruka, "Hey Haruka, you wanna go together?" Anyway, sorry Yuka. My bad. There's 6 of us in total, right? But if Kurumi is the ref, isn't there actually 5? 5 people means it's an odd number, right? Hey Yuka, stop beating around the bush and just say what you want to say. Okay, right, so, I'm gonna play rock, paper in that order. Huh? Oh, this reminds me of the notes. The notes in 999 that you leave in the bucket. I see what she's doing. So if you, Makoto, were to play in that order too, I was thinking that, well, I'd be kinda happy. Well, that's too bad for you. So, is that what you're thinking? When we play rock, paper, scissors at the start to pair up, if you and I keep doing the same moves and in the end we split into 2, and 1, you won't have to be the odd one out, right? I think so. You think? You mean yes? Yeah. This is amazing that Yuka still trusts me after all this time. I'm guessing she must have the time loop, like memories, abilities as well. It's like, I've been not great to you, this loop. So I don't know why you still trust me. Mumbling under her breath, Yuka nods silently. What's your deal? You are scared, aren't you? I'm not scared at all. The way she says it reveals everything. Yeah, I get it. So, I'll think about it, okay? Think about it? Which is it, anyway? I wonder. Well, let's just keep it a surprise until we open it. With that, I step back into the thicket. Wait a minute! Yuka runs after me. The others who were ahead of us had already disappeared from sight. Oh. Okay, here we are. The graveyard is shrouded in a deep darkness. Some moss-covered tombstones are half fallen or have completely collapsed on the ground. Despite the sunny weather over the past few days, the area is filled with a peculiar, chilly humidity.
You know what? They say all the graves here are unclaimed.
An unclaimed grave.
Yeah, for example, unidentified bodies washed up on the beach, elderly people without families who hung themselves in the forest, innocent criminals thrown into deep pits while still alive, and...
Thanks, Kurumi-chan. That's quite enough. As soon as she mentions unidentified bodies, everyone shuffles a little closer together.
Well then, shall we get started with our test of courage?
I think she's a demon. If she has to be anything, maybe she's not like an alien or a mermaid or anything. Maybe she's just a demon. No one responds to Kurumi's question. We exchange glances, seemingly communicating something. Which is, why don't we stop this?
Oh, come on. Everyone is being such a scaredy cat. It'll be okay. And if by some chance someone gets possessed, I'll introduce them to a famous psychic.
Trying to reassure us, Kurumi continues to stoke our fears.
So, let's start by pairing up with rock, paper, scissors, okay?
Well, this is gonna be awkward.
If two people show the same hand, they'll be a pair.
How did you know? How did Yuka know? Oh, how did Yuka know? How did Yuka know that was gonna be the case? I guess she used the morphogenetic field theory. And she was like, yeah, I know. I just know.
And if there are 3, 4, and 5 people who show the same hand, they'll do another round of rock, paper, scissors. Got it?
Completely caught up in Kurumi's pace, no one dares to say no anymore. Can't be helped. Let's do this then. At that moment, my eyes meet with Yuka's.
Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Alright. Time to save. We can save here, right? Yeah. We didn't really do anything. So... Alright, so I don't even remember what she said. I think she said go rock, paper? Rock, paper is what she's gonna do. So we're not gonna do that. We are not going to do that. We're gonna go... scissors. Shoot! Everyone puts their hands out simultaneously. True to her word, Yuka's arm is extended in a clenched fist. She scowls me with a silent what the hell for choosing scissors. Oh well. Avoiding Yuka's cold stare, I check the other's hands. Izumi-san went rock, Okiko also went rock, and... Haruka had scissors, just like me. Alright, cool.
Now it's Yuka-san, Okun, and Big Sis's turn to play.
Huh? Why? We can go as a group of 3.
3, no good. According to this year's Japan Test of Courage Association's official rulebook, why do we let this... I mean, she's not 12 years old. She's like 17 or something. Why do we let her decide everything? During the test of courage, you should always act alone or in pairs. See?
You've gotta be kidding.
Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot. Oh no, what did I get myself into? That's a new sprite for him. Looking into the circle of 3, Okiko went rock while the other 2 chose paper.
Now that we have our pairs, let me explain the rules for the test.
Okiko slumps down and sits in a nearby gravestone in disappointment. Yeah, I mean, if Saki were here, you would be set, but you know, you had to be an ass, so here we are. Yuka must feel relieved that she doesn't have to be alone. She lets out a big sigh. 8:27 p.m. Here are the rules Kurumi gives us. There is an old well somewhere in the cemetery which you must find in pairs. Once found, you have to leave your mark on the wall of the well as proof. There, return to the starting point. Our pairs were decided by playing rock, paper, scissors, and we ended up going first. The next pair would start 10 minutes after us. Okay, so we're going we're going at the very beginning. By the way, I won at rock, paper, scissors. Since we could choose our preferred order, I immediately picked the leadoff spot with the shortest waiting time. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Yet for me, whether it was first or last, it didn't really matter. The cobblestones at my feet are cold. A faint breeze rustles the nearby trees, and I feel an inexplicable sense of unease creeping into my heart. The cluster of moss-covered tombstones consists mostly of unclaimed graves. I don't believe in ghosts or anything, but being here makes me strangely anxious. Haruko, walking alongside me, remains expressionless as ever, showing no signs of being affected by the atmosphere. Does she have no imagination at all? I'm kinda jealous. Or maybe she's just not scared? You didn't have to say it like that. How does Kurumi know a place like this? Come to think of it, she mentioned earlier that everyone buried here is an unclaimed grave. I can't help but speak. We really shouldn't have agreed to do this test of courage. What's an unclaimed grave? You don't know? When someone dies and there's no one, like family or relatives, to bury them, they're put in unclaimed graves, written as a deceased person with no connection. No connection. Yeah, it's kinda sad. To die and no one really feels anything for you. I don't have anyone who would feel anything if I died. I mean, there was somebody who made you, who cloned you, right? Did they not care about you? Haruko, what are you saying? Because I'm just a substitute for someone. A copy. What do you mean, Haruka? I can't forgive her for saying something like that. I'm talking about Saki. I can't get over what she said. What right does she have to put you down like that? True and real and valid. Do you really think that? Yes, I think so. Hello, Black Blue. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. I hope you have been doing well today. I do, especially after what happened yesterday at the beach and today. Besides, why does Saki know that you're a clone? Did something happen between you and Saki? Have you met her before this retreat? Haruka starts to move away from me, moving towards a particularly prominent grave marker on the cobblestone path. She's seemingly pleading for me not to bring up the topic of Saki, but I push forward. I'm half surprised that I can see emotion in her face. What's going on? A gust of wind rushes, causing the trees to howl. The cobblestone at my feet shifts with a clatter. Ugh. I'm gearing up for the upcoming Monster Hunter update. Oh, is that for Wilds? Yes, Wilds is the newest one. They're already having an update then. I see. I did not know that. The game just came out. I was like, I know that some like Rise, I think it was like got updates as it went along, but I didn't realize it would be so soon for another update. I take a deep breath and look at Haruka. Her eyes are shining, with nothing else but curiosity. She crouches down at my feet and starts to move the cobblestone. Stop it! Stop being weird! What are you... Haruka ignores me. She moves the cobblestone aside, making a scraping noise. Inside is pitch black. I can't see anything. It was true darkness. I instinctively try to jump away. I'm about to hightail it out of here, but I can't. Haruka's grabbed my leg. That person took it from me. I know what you're saying and talking about. I know. Of course I would know. Yeah, it's a planned free title update. Not a massive one, but some new monsters. Oh, I see. Okay. So at least it's free. Maybe something else, but I want to be surprised when it happens so I don't look too much into it. I see. Well, that's fair. That's fair. But at least it's a free one. Because I know like I think the final DLC for Rise was paid and you got like monsters and stuff like that. So that's good. That's good. That person took it from me. Took it. I stand frozen as I look down at Haruka. Not only on that day either. She took it again. Took what? What did she take from you? Just then. Just then. That was an amazing scream. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that without peeking. Nah, I don't want to reach over. My arms hurt. My arms hurt. I don't want to reach over. We both turn at the deafening scream from behind us. It was Yuka being Yuka. Great, awesome, cool. I want to know the plot of the story, but sure. The dark figure rushing, scrambling towards us at full speed, sobbing uncontrollably, is Yuka. What's wrong, Yuka? Just calm down a second. I firmly hold Yuka by the shoulder, trying to calm her. That was the master rank update. World would have had it too. Okay, I see. Then World has that as well. I do have World on this computer. I have not played it yet, but it is here. And I'm almost positive Wilds will eventually. But it's at least a year away, if not more. Right. You wouldn't want to pile up a bunch of like, here's a bunch of things that you can now pay for to enhance your experience just after the game came out. So, that makes sense. Ahead? And then... Come on, Yuka-chan. Don't run off suddenly. Yuka's partner, Izumi-san, approaches, panting heavily. That was a dog. It was just a puppy that stuck its head out of the grass. A puppy? A puppy in a graveyard like this? I don't get startled by something like that. Don't get startled by something like that, Yuka. Was that it? Was that really it? I don't believe it. I don't know. I feel like the graveyard site will be used for something, like some other thing. Like maybe in Kurumi's ending, you have your final scene there in that graveyard. Something like that. I don't know. Or maybe we'll come back here with Haruka because apparently she was like, she stole something from me. I don't know what. In the quiet, serene forest, the only sounds are the footsteps of the group. Izumi-san leads the way towards the lodge, so we're not going in pairs anyway. I've worked up quite a sweat. Yuka looks glum as she peels her sticky clothes off her skin. Tell me about it. Okiko agrees with Yuka. He looks slightly pale. Well, I guess we're done at this point, so that makes sense. Is it due to the faint moonlight filtering down from above? Or is it the fear from earlier? Well, it doesn't really matter. Only Haruka remains silent. She walks behind Izumi-san, looking serene. When we get back, we definitely need showers. I turn to the three and make my remark. Yuka and Okiko nod as if to say, oh yeah.
Oh, me too.
You don't live with us, you can go home. Kurumi, walking beside Haruka, gets excited when she heard that. Oh, right. There's an open-air hot spring nearby. Uh-oh. Not Persona. It's not Persona, so we may be safe. Izumi-san, who had been leading the way, suddenly turns around to tell us this. She stopped abruptly, causing Haruka and Kurumi, who had been walking closely behind her, to bump into her.
Come on, big sis. Don't just suddenly stop like that.
Kurumi scolds her big sister like it happens all the time. Haruka also holds her nose with both hands, directing an accusatory look at Izumi-san. Izumi-san, while apologizing to the two, looks at us, seemingly asking if we want to go to the spring.
Wow, really? Hey, let's all go together.
Hold on, this has nothing to do with anything. Let me check something. Just give me one moment. I have to check something. Okay, cool. Tab into the game. We are all set.
Wow, really? Hey, let's all go together.
Yuka gets super excited all of a sudden. Both Okiko and I nod in agreement. There's no reaction from Haruka, yet judging by her silence, it doesn't seem like she's particularly opposed to it. She can't touch water. She definitely cannot touch water. I just know it. I just know it. Believe me. Believe me. I know how this works. I know. Kurumi, you wanna go too, right? Izumi-san's question sounded almost like a solemn confirmation before starting a ritual. She stares at Kurumi, looking slightly worried. After a while, Kurumi nods with a grin. Izumi-san's expression softens in response. Why are you doing that? It was like, we know. She said like, oh, I'm super self-conscious in a swimsuit. But I don't believe that. I don't believe it. By the way, it's a mixed bath. Oh gosh. I can't trust I can't trust them. I can't trust either of them, both of them, Okiko and Makoto, to be like, just be normal about it. Just be cool. Okiko's face lightens up upon hearing this piece of information. He glances briefly at Haruka. Perhaps it's just my imagination. I mean, isn't that gonna be pretty awkward? I feel somewhat put off as I looked at Okiko. We don't need to tempt the wolf like this. A mixed bath, and we're all close to the same age. Is it gonna be weird? Despite suggesting it herself, Izumi-san crosses her arms, looking genuinely troubled. It should be fine if the men and women take turns. Yuka's so based right now. She knows. She's played the Persona games. She knows. Yuka says this as if totally dismissing the concern. Okiko quietly clicks his tongue. It seems I was right to be concerned. Yet, although I'm relieved, I can't help but think it'd be better to go in together. After all, like, I am a normal guy. Are you? No. Are we gonna be the android, the cyborg? I don't know. Maybe. No, that's not good. There's no guarantee we won't be peeped on by Big Bro and Okun. It sounded like she's saying we'll definitely peep in on them. Seems like she doesn't trust us at all. By the way, the hot springs is surrounded by a fence, but it's all worn out. In that case, how about we wear swimsuits? We can go back and put on swimsuits, and then there's no need to worry about being seen while changing, right? Ah, that's a nice idea, Yuka-chan. If that's the case, then surely we can all just go in together. There's no need to take turns at that point. Actually, I had a feeling it would come to this, so Kurumi and I prepared swimsuits in advance. How did you know? How? Explain. Talk about this. Izumi-san smiles mischievously. Kurumi sticks her tongue out a bit. Blah blah blah. It seems that the two of them had planned this from the start. Ah, great. They seem to be enjoying our reactions. That's just cruel. In that case, how about we tie Makoto and Okun to a tree or something while we're in there? If you're wearing a swimsuit, it should be fine, right? Yuka suddenly suggests something outrageous. Hey, not that. Give us a little more credit. I mean, I don't give you any credit. Okiko looks like he's gonna cry. Maybe I have the same expression. I mean, I am joking. Alright, looks like it's decided. Each of us will change into our swimsuits at the lodge and we'll meet at the front entrance in 20 minutes. Yet, Yuka keeps on talking, seemingly unbothered by the situation. There's something odd about this exchange. Hey Yuka, I've been thinking. Shouldn't it be the girls who hesitate in situations like this, and the guys who try to persuade them? Oh, don't worry about that. Come on, it's all a part of the experiments. What experiment? With that settled, we start walking back to the lodge. Yuka has a spring in her step, and is even humming a tune. 9:40 p.m. Once we arrive at the lodge, we each go to our respective room to change. By the way, Izumi-san and Kurumi are going to use Yuka and Haruka's rooms. We didn't need to clear that up, and they could just go to the bathroom anyway, but... Just as we were to go in, Haruka, who'd been silently observing Kurumi, says something unexpected. Yeah, you've been really interested in Kurumi, and you both have the same voice. I forgot about that. Kurumi, your skin is so smooth.
Huh? Is something wrong, Kurumi?
It's not, that's the wrong voice.
Is something wrong, Kurumi-chan? No, it's nothing. Thanks, Haruka-san. But it's true. Kurumi-chan, wanna wash each other's backs?
And then it happens. Kurumi's face suddenly freezes. She can't be touched. She can't be touched by another person because otherwise she explodes. I don't know. I have no clue. It's just like normal human emotions. Like people have their, their hang-ups and things like that, and yet I'm here trying to theorize all around it. She's an alien, you don't understand. She's not of this world. We're all doomed. What if Haruka isn't actually a clone, but instead an android, and the experiment is to see if we can tell if she's not human, like a giant Turing test? I was thinking that was like the original idea, that she's a clone, right? And that we're not supposed to be able to tell if she's, like a clone or like an actual, kind of human being, so to speak. But that's possible. It's like maybe she's an android. And then Kurumi's a clone and she can't touch water. I don't know. Somehow this will all work out.
I'm sorry. I just realized I have to watch audio trivia.
Huh? Yuka's eyes widen in surprise. I have no idea what's happening. What's wrong?
I'm really sorry. I absolutely have to watch it. It's just, yeah, if I don't watch it, I won't be able to talk about it to my friends about this episode.
You have friends? Kurumi desperately apologizes, cutting off my words. I see. Well, there's nothing we can do about it then, Kurumi. Wow, that was me. No, it was like, no, because I thought she's staying here for the... I didn't mean it like that. Hold on. I would like to apologize. I would like to go on my YouTube apology tour. I meant more that she's staying here for the summer is what Izumi-san said. So she shouldn't have friends in this area, I don't think, if she's been working all the time. And then she goes back to, she goes off the island at the end of the summer and then she returns to her friends, but I don't, that's not what I meant. CC on your mean girl arc. That's not what I meant, no. I'd like to apologize to Kurumi. You didn't deserve it. Izumi-san places a hand on her little sister's shoulder, looking sad.
I'm sorry, big sis.
Kurumi looks like she's about to burst into tears any moment. Izumi-san remains silent, gently shaking her head, as if to say, it's okay. Well then, we're going to the hot spring, but Kurumi, you're gonna stay behind, okay?
Yeah.
I think to myself, Kurumi likes TV a little too much, huh? Are you not suspicious of this? That's what I think. Is there a choice to stay with her? Nah, whatever, we don't care. Whatever. 9:57. After a while, everyone finishes changing and gathers in front of the entrance.
Well then, Kurumi-chan, we're off.
With Kurumi's farewell, we head to the hot spring. At first, Izumi-san seems a bit down, but gradually she returns to her usual self. I gradually stop worrying about the sisters. What the hell? Oh, I guess we didn't have the budget for another scene, and we were just like, it's around here, just put in some fog, put in some steam, we'll be all good. Eventually, we see steam rising in the distance. Both my feelings and air starts to fill with the smell of sulfur. Okay. It's kind of stinky.
Makoto, farting in front of girls. You're the worst. Yuka, shut up.
You fool! You fool! This is the smell of the hot spring! Yuka pinches her nose at me. I can't help but retort. So, the person who discovered this hot spring... oh, speaking of which, my dad also owns a hot spring. Oh, I was about to say, it's like, he owns this hot spring? No, I don't think so. Izumi-san tries to introduce the hot spring. And Okuiko begins to boast. Like this, we continue through the forest toward the hot spring. Oh, we're not there yet. So why is it rising from the ground? Okay, we only had one we only had one variation of it, I guess. Ew, is he playing the rich boy card? He is. He is. I don't like Okiko, but I don't think you're supposed to like him. He obviously, from the get-go, does not like you. So, the spring isn't far away at all. Within 5 minutes, we reach our destination. It's natural rock bath nestled in the middle of the forest. Okay, this makes sense now. It's coming from the spring, so it's rising upward. Since it's a bit chilly at night, the steam rising from the milky white water feels strangely reassuring. Wow, it feels like even monkeys would take a bath here. Monkeys? You don't know Haruka? Idiots, you don't have to tell her at all that. Oh, you're so mean. Ignoring, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I was gonna be like, I know that in Trails, there's that one thing where I think it was a side quest, where the monkey starts terrorizing the hot spring. The monkey-esque monster starts terrorizing the hot spring. I don't know. Ignoring Yuka's pouting cheeks, I focus on Izumi-san, who started explaining the hot spring. Apparently, this is a natural hot spring, and no one knows who owns or manages it? Huh? What do you mean? Is there no front desk? We just walk in here? How do you know it's clean? There's a fence around the hot spring area, but it's decaying and full of gaps. This is definitely a prime space to peep. Well, it's a natural hot spring, so I guess it's fine. But okay, sure. Apparently monkeys in Japan love hot springs. Really? Okay, so I guess that's a common occurrence then, and that's why they included it in Trails, is like just to have monkeys show up. Well, not like a common occurrence, but like it's a thing. It's happened enough times that it gets mentioned, if that makes sense. Where it's like, man, I was enjoying the bath and then a monkey showed up. What are the effects of this hot spring? Huh? Who knows? What? You really don't know? Yeah, but it's okay. I'm sure it's not harmful to the body. And what if it is? But I couldn't help but worry a little, considering Izumi-san's personality. Well, I bet we won't die or anything. It's not like we're gonna die.
Alright, I'll go first.
What is this? Okay. Yuka suddenly starts undressing. Even though I saw it coming, it still surprises me. What's wrong? Have you never seen a girl in a swimsuit before? No, nothing.
Well, really, well, whatever. Yuka, in a feminine manner, slowly dips her feet into the spring.
Nah, she does a cannonball.
The temperature is perfect.
I just can't keep up with her. Everyone else undresses and gets into the hot spring. Now then, should I too? 10:10 p.m. It's been 10 minutes since I got in. I start to feel a little too hot. My head is starting to feel fuzzy. So what is... Woo! Sit on the edge. La-di-da. Start to sing. Stroke, stroke. Begin the breaststroke. Let me save? Was there a choice here? I don't think so. Wait. Oh, I guess there was. I might have saved over something that I needed. Oopsie daisy. Anyway, slot number 8. Here we go. Begin. Let's see. La-di-da! Oh, yeah! I can't help but sing with these vibes. Ah, it really feels good. Like, when was the last time I had a bath like this? Come to think of it, since being at this retreat, a lot has happened. But is this the first time I felt peace? Well, that's sad. As I dreamily think about this...
Hey, you!
Keep it down now! Huh? I was brought back to reality. That voice just now, whose is it? Do you not recognize the voices when they speak to you, my guy? Is Yuka.
You're so noisy! You're tone deaf!
Wow. There's no mistaking it. It's Yuka. But the way she's slurring her words, could it be? Just then, a gust of wind blows by, scattering a steam in front of me. I see who's on the other side. As expected, it's Yuka. Yuka's floating a tray on the water, gulping down sake. Where did you get this? Even in a hot spring. Do I want to be here? Do I want to be here on this route? Let me reload. Go back. Go back. There are 3 options. I definitely do not want to be on the Yuka routes. Sorry, Yuka. I'm sure you're great. I'm sure you're cool. Did she get drunk on the sulfur? That would be interesting. I kind of want to talk to Izumi, if I can. Let's get out of here. So don't do that. I don't sing. Begin the breaststroke. Ah, it really feels good. When was the last time I had a bath like this? Come to think of it, since being at this retreat, is this the first time I've ever felt, stroke. I begin to do the backstroke without thinking. Normally doing something like this would get you scolded, but here it should be fine, right? Hey, stop it! What the hell? Nope, still got scolded. I don't want to be. I don't want to be here. Let's try it again. the immediate like, nah. Whew. I sit on the rocky edge. The gentle night breeze feels wonderful against my torso. Phew. I let my upper body cool down in the air while my lower half remains in the water. Locked into Yuka, gosh, no. Please, no. This is the true pleasure of an open-air bath. It really feels good. Got to think of it, since being at this retreat, have I ever known... At that moment, I hear Okiko's voice. Oh, no. Oh, no. He seems to be talking to someone. I approach slowly. There he is. Haruka's nearby, too, both of them immersed up to their shoulders in the hot water. Okiko is intently talking to Haruka about something. And as usual, Haruka remains silent, yet. She looks somewhat irritated. Well, that's how it appears to me. Alright, in that case, I come up with a clever plan, and also I don't have to spend time with Yuka, so that's good. I fill my towel with air, submerged it with water up to my waist. This should do it. I approach the two. Splish, splash, splish. They notice me. Okiko gives me a glare, saying, "What do you want? Scram." Ugh. Ignoring that, I groan loudly. Then, I squeeze out the air trapped in the towel. Bubbles form around me. Oh, I see. What was that noise? Okiko's eyes go wide as dinner plates, and his jaw drops. Okiko, your mouth is so big. Yeah, you could probably fit a wash bin in there. Upon hearing Haruka's comment, I compare my wash basin to his face and nod. Splish splash, splish splash. Holding up his nose, Okuhiko lets out a big scream, rapidly moving away from me. While watching him flee, Haruka blinks. She clearly doesn't get it. And somehow that works for me. Okay, well, I expected that, and that's why I did it. Hey, what's wrong with Okuhiko? I wonder. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just a weirdo. The silence continues for a while. So can I not spend time with Izumi-san? What's going on here? I feel like I haven't gotten too many options to do so. Maybe I'm already locked out, or you have to, like, you're required to do a second playthrough of the game to see any of her content. The silence continues for a while. Hey, Haruka. Eventually, when the silence became unbearable, I finally speak to her. But there's no response. Haruka? Whoa, Haruka? Before anyone could notice, her face had turned bright red. She looks dizzy. She shouldn't have forced herself to stay in the hot water like that. The thought crosses my mind, but for now, I need to get Haruka out of here. I lift her out of the water and hold her in my arms. Oh, okay, just princess style? Despite feeling slightly dizzy myself from how soft her skin is, I managed to carry her to a spot with fresh air. I use her clothes hung up on the fence to fan her face. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Haruka quietly but rapidly exhales. I desperately fan her down. Just then, Yuka happens to pass by. Oh boy. Oh, Yuka, perfect timing. Can you help me? Haruka is... I'm about to say more, but I choke on my words. Yuka's face is as red as an octopus. Her eyes are at half mast, and she had unsteady balance. Blah, blah, blah. And she's holding a sake flask. Oh, okay, I see. She brought it in a flask. Crap, she's smashed. Izumi-san? Wow, what's going on, Makoto? Oh, are you asleep, Haruka-tan? She's completely useless. Avoiding the staggering Yuka, I continue to desperately fan Haruka's face. And then I went to bed. 11:02 p.m. All that passed, we arrived at the lodge a little past 11 o'clock. Taking a hot bath had unexpectedly exhausted me. As I lay down, I instantly fall into a deep slumber. Oh, I guess Kurumi and Izumi went home? Alright, it's the next day. The 4th. April. Thursday. Cool. Alright, neat. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, no. Get me out of here.
Big bro. Hey, big bro. Come on. You have to wake up soon or you'll be late.
I'll be late? Registering the urgency of her words, I quickly jump up. But wait, I don't have a little sister. 9:25 a.m. You just let yourself in here? Kurumi? Hey, I'm not gonna be late for anything. Figure it out sooner, Makoto.
Oh, come on. I want to try something like this once.
Why? Why? Doesn't this sort of thing often appear in video games? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out. What kind of games are you playing? 9:32 a.m. In the dining room, Yuka and Haruka are having breakfast. Hey, who made these sandwiches?
Oh, Makoto. You should at least say hello, you know.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. And the sandwiches?
It was Kurumi-chan. Yeah, I brought him.
Meaning Izumi-san made them?
That's right.
Oh, Izumi-san. She's just so compassionate. Saying that, I pick up a prosciutto, I love Italian, and mozzarella cheese sandwich and take a bite. It's so good.
My, what bad manners. Sit down and eat properly.
Jeez, what a nag. 9:49 a.m. That was delicious. Thanks for the meal. There are only a few sprigs of parsley remaining on the plate. Oh, speaking of which, where's Okuiko? He's nowhere to be found. Speaking of which, not that I really want to hang out with her, but where's Saki? This is what I mean. It's like, I think on a second playthrough, maybe you can get like an Okuiko route, maybe you can get a Saki route, and maybe you can get an Izumi route. I feel like right now I'm locked in to Haruka, Yuka, and Kurumi, and those are my only choices.
He said he was going for a walk before Kurumi-chan arrived and went out.
I see.
And by the way, Yuka. What?
What are our plans for today?
Oh, today? Since it's the middle day of the retreat, we'll have free time.
Free time? But isn't every day pretty much free time for us? True and real.
Well, that is true. But today, I'm gonna make it even freer. Everyone probably has their own place they want to see, so it's not a bad idea for each of us to do our own thing once in a while.
Makes sense.
Oh, I almost forgot, though. Free time today will end at 5 p.m.
At 5 p.m.?
That's right. Everyone should come to Luna Beach at 5 p.m.
What's happening at 5?
Well...
Oh boy.
It's a secret.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well now, you'll find out when the time comes.
Whatever. And what are you planning on doing, Yuka?
I was thinking of going to the cherry blossom viewing.
Cherry blossoms? There are some around here?
Yeah, I heard that from Izumi-san yesterday. She said the road on the way to Viewpoint Park is lined with cherry blossoms.
Oh yeah, we saw that with Kurumi. She would know about it. Yeah, now that she mentions it, I remember. When I followed Kurumi to Viewpoint Park, at that time I was so focused on chasing after Kurumi that I didn't pay much attention, but I do seem to recall seeing some cherry blossoms in full bloom on that road.
They say it's the perfect place to see them around here, and besides, it doesn't seem like we'll have another chance to go cherry blossom viewing once we get back.
I see. Cherry blossoms, huh? It might be the perfect time to do something like that. And Haruka, what about you? Where are you going? Am I crazy? Okay, I was like, am I crazy right now? I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. Hear her out. Well, I'm going to Himekahama. That's nice, Kurumi. I didn't ask you. This is kind of mean. I don't know. I think in terms of points, we have the most points with Haruka, followed by Kurumi, followed by Yuka. So, let's hear her out. Let's not be completely awful.
I'm gonna go to Himekahama and catch crabs.
Catch crabs, eh? While at least hearing Kurumi out. Then what about you, Haruka? Oh my god. Shut up. Kurumi, shut up. Oh my god. Well, you are on your mean girl arc, so why not? Listen, alright? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be okay.
And if I catch 2 crabs,
I hear her out. I didn't ask you. Like I did not ask you. Not load. Save. Save. Always save. Hear her out.
If I catch 2 crabs, I'm gonna have a crab sumo match on the beach.
Wow, a crab sumo match. Well, what the heck is crab sumo? Well, I can roughly imagine it. Now, where are you planning on going, Haruka? Oh. What is happening? Kurumi! Are you crazy? I didn't ask you. Hear her out. I didn't ask you. Oh shit. Not the music cut. Oh my god. I didn't ask you. I immediately cut in.
You're so mean.
Listen, Kurumi, I'm trying my best.
Forget you, big bro. Huh.
Alright, well, I'm locked out of her. I'm locked out of her route for real, for real. Alright, cool. Maybe I was a bit too harsh with my words. Oh well. But I'll make it up to Kurumi later. For now. You know you wanted to do it. Listen, alright? I'm trying to ask one simple question. So, Haruka, where are you heading off to? I ask Haruka with an innocent expression. I'm going fishing. I see, fishing. Despite everything, Haruka seemed to have a lot of fun yesterday. I get it. Yuka is going cherry blossom viewing, Kurumi is going to Himegahama, as she said over and over again, and Haruka is going fishing, eh? Also, Izumi-san will be working at Luna Beach today. Oh, so can I go to Luna Beach? Now then, what to do? Oh. Let's save again. Let's save again. Let's go to Luna Beach, I think. Honestly, I want to talk to her once. Once during this playthrough. I would be so happy if we did that. Alright, I'll help Izumi-san out today. I can at least help with washing dishes and cleaning. So to Yuka, Haruka, and Kurumi, I say, alright, see you later. Bye. And I immediately head to Luna Beach. Amazing. 9:54 a.m.
Big bro, wait for me!
Oh god. As we descend the hill leading to the beach, Kurumi chases after us.
I finally got up!
Huh? What's wrong, Kurumi?
I'm gonna have a crab sumo match at Himegahama, so I was thinking I'd go part of the way with you.
Oh. Okay. I see.
So, big bro, where are you going?
I'm heading to Luna Beach. I was thinking I'd help out Izumi-san.
You're gonna go see Big Sis, huh?
She has a look in her eyes that says that's like she wanted to say something. Wanna come too? Looks like you wanna say something.
Not really. I don't have anything to say.
For some reason, Kurumi suddenly makes a pouty face. Why are you so mad?
I'm not mad.
If you say so. Alright, great chat. Awesome chat.
Hey, why did you say, if you say so? I am mad.
What the? I knew it.
I'm not mad at all.
Hey, which is it?
I had enough. Big bro, you're just... Huh? And I thought I'd invite you to crab sumo and all.
And all, is crab sumo really that big of a deal? Why? Why?
Big bro, you're so stupid.
Shouting, Kurumi runs off. Ah, Kurumi, what's her deal? Da 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 da. I can't quite understand why she says that. Oh, thank God. We're back here. Cool. Okay, not gonna lie, Makoto has no idea how to deal with girls. He really doesn't. He's just like so unbelievably mean to anyone he's not interested in at the moment. Which means just kind of being mean to Haruka if you like tell her off, and it's just like, I'm just gonna go see Izumi once, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Hello there. I opened the door to Luna Beach. Oh, Makoto-kun. Welcome. Welcome isn't quite apt for today, you know. Why's that? Because I've come to help today. I'm Luna Beach's employee for the day. An employee, huh? Huh? Would I be a nuisance? No, it's really helpful that you're here. It's just, I can't pay you anything, okay? I never intended to be paid. Let me work for free. Consider it volunteering. Really? Yeah. All right, I'll take you up on that offer. Feel free to ask for anything. Okay then, let's see here. Right, could you wash the dishes first? Sure, leave the grunt work to me. After that, could you wipe the windows of the shop? Okay. Then mop the floor, and once it's dry, apply wax. Alright, got it. Next, sweep in front of the shop. Then you'll need to replenish the sugar and cream on the tables. Also, the light bulb on the second floor is out, so I'd like to ask you to replace those too. Girl, what if... and finally, you'll have to come with me for some shopping. Makoto-kun, I heard you heard about today's barbecue plans, right? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's what we're doing at 5. Barbecue? That we're meeting at Luna Beach at 5 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, Yuka did mention that. So we're meeting here at 5 o'clock to have a barbecue then. Well, the barbecue isn't here. It's at Himegahama. Oh, I get it. That's why we need to prepare various things beforehand. I see. But considering we can't use the car right now, I won't be able to carry all the ingredients and stuff on my own, right? Might be tough. Therefore, I'd like you to accompany me. Am I asking for too much? Maybe a little. It's no problem at all. That much is a piece of cake. No problem at all. This is kind of like the simp route. It really is just like bending over backwards. I try to act tough. There's no way I could reject her. Having said, feel free to ask anything. A man is as good as his word. Really? That would be such a big help. Thanks a lot, Makoto-kun. Her smile makes me even more determined. Alright, let's get her done. 11:17 a.m. There are 8 tasks ahead of me. Washing the dishes, cleaning the windows, mopping the floor, waxing, sweeping in front of the cafe, replenishing sugar and cream, changing light bulbs, and doing barbecue shopping. To start, I finished washing the dishes. Currently, I'm outside the cafe cleaning the windows. Squeak, 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 squeak. The windows are incredibly dirty, probably due to their proximity to the sea. First, they're sticky with salt. That stickiness has caused grains of sand to harden in clumps. At this rate, it feels like it will take half a day just to clean the windows. I regret impulsively agreeing to all of this. And, just then, an earthquake. Again? There's a lot of earthquakes recently in this game. The shaking is more intense than the earthquake of the first day. I can hear the sound of dishes breaking from inside the cafe. Izumi-san. Filled with anxiety, I go back inside Luna Beach. Are you okay, Izumi-san? By the time I say this, the shaking has already subsided. Yes, I'm fine, but... Izumi-san is looking at the shattered dishes and glasses scattered on the floor. It's like a bad omen for glass to break. So, is this supposed to be, like, fortune telling of the fact that, like, in 2 days, someone is going to die? Someone. Don't tell me these are the ones that I washed and left to dry earlier. I thought that was mirrors. I think any sort of glass. So, like, drinking glasses or mirrors. Any sort of glass breaking is a bad omen, I think. They are. So all that... Oh, they are. So all that effort I put into washing them was in vain. No, more importantly, if I had just left them unwashed in the sink, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. I'm sorry. I apologized to her. You're sorry? You didn't cause the earthquake, did you, Makoto-kun? Well, as far as we know, right now, apparently not. It's not your fault. Izumi-san smiles kindly at me. I feel a bit relieved. I'm getting really tired of this. There have been so many earthquakes lately. Every time there's an earthquake, more and more dishes get broken. Part of the reason the manager went to Italy on a buying trip is because of that too. Oh, okay. I see. Well, there's no use complaining. Let's get this cleaned up. Izumi-san brings a broom and a dustpan. I hold the dustpan while Izumi-san sweeps up the fragments. All the shards of pottery and glass have clean, sharp edges. Do valuable things look beautiful even when they're broken? I just kind of mull that over. Okay, whatever you say. What? Oh, okay. This is a new screen. It kind of makes it feel like this is the end of the game. I was like, huh? 7 of 8 tasks have been completed, and it's around 3:30. Thanks to Izumi-san lending me some kind of special detergent for removing salt, cleaning the windows went much faster than I expected. A special detergent for removing salt. I never knew such a thing existed. I felt a similar shock when a friend who used to work at the screw factory proudly showed me a magazine called Monthly Screws. What the hell? Necessity is the mother of invention. Makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. Huh? Or does it? You just live such a weird life outside of this one game. And even within the game, to be honest. Well, anyway, right now, Izumi-san and I are out shopping in the shopping district. Of course, it's for the 8th task, to gather what we need for the barbecue. We bought plenty of meat, vegetables, oil, sauce, and a large quantity of canned beer. We don't need that much beer, do we? I warn her, fearing a certain something, but Izumi replies, well, Yuka-chan asked for it. With those words, it's decided. Other equipment, like the grill and charcoal, are apparently in Luna Beach's warehouse. With this, we've obtained everything we need for the barbecue. Well then, shall we go back? I say this while carrying the heavy bags in both hands. And then... oh no. I forgot something. Hold on a sec, would you? Izumi-san seems to have forgotten to buy something and goes back into the store. A few minutes later, Izumi-san comes out of the store with a bottle of orange juice. I think Haruka-chan can't drink either, right? Huh? Is that so? Yeah, I think she said something like that before. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, either way, since Kurumi can't drink, this juice won't go to waste. Ah, that's right. Kurumi is still in high school, isn't she? Yep. We can't be giving alcohol to a high schooler after all. Izumi-san is pretty serious, isn't she? I totally bet she'll want to have some beer, though. Huh? I mean, Kurumi is an unusually curious person, isn't she? She's always interested in new things she doesn't know about. Yeah, speaking of which, Kurumi's the one who proposed the test of courage yesterday. She really is a handful. She also loves the occult, stuff like that, too. Yeah, I noticed. The occult. Hearing that word, I suddenly remember something. Why don't we go on a mystery tour now? After Izumi-san finished her story in Tsukiyama, Kurumi had said this, eyes bright. Indeed, it wouldn't be odd for her to say she's an unusually curious person. Okay, when she said Haruka can't drink like Kurumi, I legit thought that she meant neither of them could drink any liquids. That... You know what? All of it is a part of the theory. It's all painting one big picture. It all works. Trust me. I almost wonder if it's... I don't know. So she's a... not Kurumi. Haruka is a copy of somebody else and that person had maybe like a weak liver, or maybe all clones don't have good livers and they are advised not to drink. I keep meaning to pull up the log. It seems she gave up back then because Izumi-san strongly opposed it, but still, why doesn't Izumi-san want Kurumi to go to the shrine? Because then she'll remember her demon past. I don't know, something. Is it because she genuinely believes in the legend of the demon god? Is that the only reason? I decide to gather the courage to ask her. Hey, Izumi-san, can I ask you a question? What? It's about that shrine. As soon as I utter those words, Izumi-san's expression quickly clouds. Izumi-san, the night before last, when Kurumi was talking about going on a mystery tour, you got really angry, didn't you? Why did you get so angry? Makoto-kun, weren't you listening? Because of the demon god. Is that really the only reason? Is there something you can't tell me? Izumi-san refuses to speak. Asking directly probably won't get me anywhere. Maybe I should try a different approach. I know the truth of the demon god. I know the truth. Actually, I'm going there tonight. Both of these are really interesting. I don't know. We're on day 4 at this point. I don't know if it's too late to go on the Izumi route, or if it's even possible. But this is kind of very interesting. Izumi-san, I actually know the truth about the demon god. I lied to her. Izumi-san should reveal everything she's hiding if she thinks I know. Huh? You know. Yeah, I do. You're telling me you knew it was something that I made up? Something she made up? Is Izumi-san saying the legend of the demon god is something she created? Well, with a name like that, the legend of the demon god. Yeah, I knew that. I answer with a straight face. I see. But why would you make that up? Okay, then I'll just tell you, Makoto-kun. But not here. Let's go somewhere else, okay? Where I can murder you. Where I can murder you and dispose of the evidence. Alright, cool. Everything went according to plan. But am I a terrible person for tricking her this way? Perhaps I'm just as interested in that shrine as Kurumi is. 4:36 p.m. Izumi-san stands Izumi-san stands on the breakwater, gazing at the golden sea. She gently places her hand on her soft hair, fluttering in the gentle breeze. Her eyes seem troubled, burdened with sad thoughts. I feel like I've seen eyes very similar to hers before. Perhaps those eyes hold secret feelings she can't share with anyone. And then, Izumi-san slowly and quietly begins to reveal that hidden secret. Alright, Makoto-kun, as you know, that story was made up. But you see, just because I made it up doesn't mean that everything is untrue. It's an undeniable fact that many people have gone missing at that shrine. But I just felt that that wasn't enough. Wasn't enough? What do you mean it wasn't enough? It wasn't enough to keep everyone away from the shrine. Just saying that many people have gone missing would make everyone more curious to go, I thought. I don't know, to me, that would make me super not curious to go. That's the opposite effect. Saying that there's a demon god up there, that would make me curious to go. So, I added a more plausible legend, connected to the shrine's name. I need something that would emphasize that the shrine is a very terrifying spot. So, why didn't you want us to get close to the shrine? What was the reason? If everyone went to the shrine, sooner or later, Kurumi would go there too. Though she is curious, I don't think she'd do something foolish like going to a dangerous place alone. So you tried to keep us away from the shrine so Kurumi wouldn't go either, right? Yeah. It was all for Kurumi's sake. Actually, I didn't want Kurumi to know about the shrine at all. But when I was talking about it, Kurumi came back from the clinic earlier than expected. So you couldn't interrupt the conversation halfway, and in the end, you had to tell Kurumi too. That's right. Huh? There's no way the story's over yet. I haven't heard the most crucial part, right? Why I didn't want Kurumi to get close to the shrine, right? Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was, to me, that was kind of like implied. Like, I don't want her to go up there alone. She's always running off on her own. She might stop there, and people go missing there all the time. But, okay. Izumi-san pushes her hair back and lets out a big sigh. It's as if she's made some significant decision. Her tense breathing makes my heart race as well. I patiently wait for her to continue speaking. Actually, Kurumi might not be my real sister. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, so we're 999ing it. We are zero escaping it for sure. What? What? Words fail me. I can't even exhale. Kurumi isn't Izumi-san's sister? Listen closely, okay? Kurumi went missing a long time ago. What the hell? More accurately, she was kidnapped. What the hell? Kidnapped? Just then? I'm gonna die. So what are you then? Oh, are we saying that she's a clone too? She went missing a very long time ago. She was kidnapped. Huh. And that she might be a clone of your sister and not actually your real sister. Huh. The might is what interests me. Like, she's not sure. She's not sure. I guess her dad did it in secret. Like, she created the Kurumi clone in secret and was like, yep, this'll work. Your sister's all fine. Look at this. Maybe. She's a Skrull. She's a Skrull. I finally found you. Oh, God. Hi, Kurumi. The absolute lack of interest. Kurumi?
Are you having a romantic conversation while watching the sunset?
Yep, we are. Get out of here. No?
Well, I mean, it is fine, but don't you think if we don't leave soon, we'll be late? For the barbecue. If we go back now, we'll be about 10 minutes late, you know?
I checked my watch. 4:40 p.m. It'll take about 30 minutes to walk to Luna Beach from here. Kurumi's right. So, should we run back?
I'd be okay with that, but won't it be tough for Big Bro? Carrying all this stuff, it can't be easy for him.
That's true. In that case, why don't we use a boat? Yeah, okay. So we are saying that because Haruka as well is like, I guess you could also say that she's unusually curious about things, and that's kind of her personality. And that must be a feature of like all clones. So she is kind of a very similar way. I see. Izumi-san seems panicked.
Huh? What are you talking about, big sis?
Then what should we do?
I thought it'd come to this. Huh? Ta-da! Miracle!
Kurumi points straight towards a fish market. Following her finger, I spot a black car.
I've arranged a taxi for you.
You could just do that? Okay. There are taxis on an island like this?
Yeah, only 3 though. Come on, hurry! The meter's running.
With Kurumi pushing us forward, Izumi-san and I get into the taxi. In the end, I couldn't get all the details of Izumi-san's story, and that sounds crazy to me. I really want to know what's up with that. About Kurumi being kidnapped. The reason she didn't want Kurumi to go to that shrine. And the possibility that Kurumi might not be her sister. Where do these three stories intersect exactly? Only Izumi-san knows everything. Thanks to the taxi, we make it to the meeting point on time. By 5 p.m., everyone had gathered, and we divide into teams to transport equipment and ingredients to Himegahama Beach. Everyone looks cheerful. Among them, Kurumi's smile is especially refreshing. She must be looking forward to the barbecue. Izumi-san, too, has completely returned to her usual self. What does that mean? What does that mean, like, physically about Kurumi's body? That she doesn't have a heart either? Or she's missing? I don't know. Something. I don't know. Something that connects back to Haruka as well is like clones are like this. Izumi-san too has completely returned to her usual self. With such cheerful vibes, Kurumi's story had been somewhat buried in the back of my mind. 6:36 p.m. Finally, everything is ready. Everyone holds paper cups in their hands. Inside is ice cold beer. Although Kurumi and Haruka have orange juice. But she's a minor, obviously, but also... A fragrant smoke rises from the grill. Well then, shall we make a toast? Who should lead it? I guess it should be the leader of the Team Kawashima. Huh? Me? I forgot I'm the leader. Oh god. Everyone unanimously looks at Yuka. Alright, I got this. But what should we toast to? Well, you should think of that yourself, Yuka-san. I see. That does make sense. Okay, then, to the fact that we all met like this. And it's a little late, but also as a celebration for Saki's recovery. Is she here? Cheers, everyone! Cheers! Everyone raises their cups and they all have smiles on their faces. Smiles? On their faces? Oh, she's here! Oh shit! I didn't realize she would be here. What the hell? I suddenly realize it took me long enough. It's probably because everyone's been acting so naturally I hadn't noticed until now. Saki's happy expression. Despite what happened yesterday, why do they look so happy? Kurumi, come here for a second.
Huh? What?
When everyone else is engrossed in conversation, I oh so suddenly call Kurumi over to the side. I'm going to ask you something strange, but... Were Saki and Haruka acting like this from the start? I glance over at where the others were sitting in a circle.
Oh, right. Big bro, you don't know, huh?
Did something happen?
Yeah, so...
Kurumi suddenly lowers her voice and begins to explain. According to her, it seems Saki had initially no intention of coming to Luna Beach. That's when Okiko managed to calm her down and persuade her to come. To persuade Saki like that. Not bad, Okiko. How did that work? Like, Okiko was so mean to you, Saki. How does that work? I'm a tiny bit impressed, I guess. But what about Haruka? Is she okay with things?
Yeah, it seems like Haruka-san didn't mind too much.
So, did the two of them make up?
I don't know about that. I don't think it went that far. Despite what I said, Saki-san still seems a little bothered.
That's so.
It's not like there's any particular reason, but it's just I kind of just have that kind of feeling.
I see. She must really love him. She must really... I guess so. Is it because they're the two rich people of the group? I don't know. I don't... Maybe. I don't know. Some deeper connection? That's kind of wild. That's kind of crazy. I see. Thanks, Kurumi. I gently pat Kurumi's head. I rejoin the circle with everyone. Now that Kurumi has mentioned it, there is indeed a subtle shade in Saki's expression, as if she is dissatisfied with something. It's so subtle, you wouldn't even notice it until you looked closely. Then, suddenly, Haruka speaks up. Here. Haruka says this as she holds up something that looks like a grimy clear plastic bag she just picked up somewhere. Inside it are numerous small creatures wriggling around. Everyone's jaw drops. They're left speechless. What are those? I muster the courage to ask. Sea roaches. A casual reply. Oh yeah, you do like sea roaches. Ooh, what are you planning on doing with them, Haruka-chan? And the answer she gives is... We're going to eat... We're going to what? We're going to... Huh? We're gonna what? We're going to eat them. Why? For what reason? I thought you liked to see them alive.
But they might actually be good, you know?
Kurumi. Kurumi, please. Kurumi mutters quietly. Sea roaches couldn't possibly be good. Let's grill them. Hey, you! Are you listening?
Grill them, grill them, grill them, grill the sea roaches, grill them.
We're not grilling them! They're completely in their own world. While they were having their back and forth, Haruka's quietly trying to undo the mouth of the plastic bag. Haruka-chan. Stop it, Haruka! Yuga reaches out to snatch the plastic bag from Haruka's hand. And right then, the mouth of the bag bursts open and a swarm of sea roaches scatters everywhere. Everywhere. The loudest scream comes from Okiko. Everyone else panics and starts running in all directions. It's just like baby spiders scattering all about. Oh my god, oh my god. I would just leave. I would leave the beach. I'd just leave. Like, you cannot pay me to be here. The sea roaches that fly out luckily don't land on the grill. Okay, good. But scurry frantically on the sandy beach. Before eventually disappearing towards the rocky area. Hey, everything's alright now. Everyone timidly returns upon hearing my shout. Oh, what are you thinking? Haruka, Kurumi-chan. Yuka comes back scolding them. But
we want to eat them.
That would also explain why Haruka is so interested in Kurumi. It's because, I don't know, she knows and senses that she's a clone. Yeah. I'm wondering what happens... So, we brought up that story about how... Izumi brought up the story about how a man had lost his son, and in his grief made a clone of said son. So it makes me think about who were the originals of these two? Like, what were... Well, we kind of know Kurumi's whole situation. She was kidnapped. I guess she died. I unfortunately died, passed away, and at some point a clone was made of her. What was Haruka's original? What's that about? It's been an hour since 7:47 p.m. The barbecue is in full swing. The incident with the sea roaches seems to have pumped everyone up. It was a positive kind of pump up. In other words, the atmosphere had become even livelier than before. That's amazing. Great on you people. Good on you. We tease each other, horse around, and enjoy the cheerful atmosphere. The cheerful atmosphere. Blah, blah, blah. No, cheerful doesn't describe it. We're making an uproar. Especially Yuka. Oh, God. Barbecues are meant for beer, right? Right? An hour is more than enough time for Yuka to get sloshed. Kurumi-tan, you want some too? She attempts to pour beer into Kurumi's paper cup filled with orange juice. Don't do that. Hello, Juicy. Hello, Raiders. Hello. How are you doing? How's your stream? How's your stream? I think you rated in last time on this game as well. But I'm playing Never 7, The End of Infinity. And right now, interesting things are happening. Clones, copies, all interesting sorts of stuff. I don't know. We don't know who's who anymore. So, hello. Welcome in, TNT Warlord. Hello. How's your stream if you're still here? If you had to run, no worries. But if you are here, I hope you had a good one. It was good. We beat the boss, but I had to cut it short because I was getting a headache and I got some things to do tonight. I see. Understandable. Well, have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your evening. Hopefully you get through the stuff you need to get through, and also take something for the headache, and can get through that well. So have a good rest of your night, and again, thank you for the raid. She seems to be pouring beer into Kurumi-chan's paper cup filled with orange juice. Don't do that. Don't do it. Hey, don't give alcohol to minors.
God, you're so uptight. Don't you want them to drink? Hamakoto-tan?
Now she directs the beer can toward me. Man, alcohol is off limits for this girl, but we don't stop her from drinking. We don't stop her. I should have kept a closer eye on her. I can't help but sigh in disapproval.
Ah, there you go, soaking again. Are you with a little shiitake mushroom or something?
Shiitake mushroom. That's a good one, Yuka-chan. Get wrecked. Shut up, Okiko. Shut up. Okiko mocks me, which pisses me off. In an attempt to distract myself from him, I reach for some grilled beef with my chopsticks. However, I accidentally slip and drop the chopsticks onto the hot plate.
Jeez, big bro, are you drunk already?
No. Am I drunk? Well, maybe a little. Knocking over cups and dropping chopsticks is a sign that one might be getting there. I need to control myself a bit. I keep this in mind. But for some inexplicable reason, I try to pick up the fallen chopsticks with my bare hands. Why would you do that? I quickly pull my hand back.
Well, there's no helping it. I'll get him for you.
Kurumi uses her own chopsticks to retrieve mine. And... you're back. Suddenly, Yuka leans forward and points in my slightly burned palm. Using her middle and index fingers...
Dear Lord, I just realized something extraordinary. What? Ishihara Hashi.
Huh?
It's a Japanese palindrome.
Why do you do this? Why are you so obsessed with palindromes only when you're drunk?
Chopsticks in Japanese is hashi, so syllable-wise, it'll be Ishihara Hashi.
Thanks for the explanation. Again, really. Now that's a good one. Is it? I don't know how I feel about Yuka. It's like, Yuka-san, that isn't really that funny.
No way. I was pretty confident too.
She hummed. Well, anyway, I was relieved. The formidable duo of Yuka and Kurumi could prove troublesome in the future. How does she only realize things when she's drunk? True and real. Is she gonna have another premonition and then tell us about it when she's sober? Maybe, possibly.
And how about this?
Yuka's eyes sparkle. And right then, this time, Saki makes a blunder. Uh-oh, not the serious music. As she attempts to switch the paper cup to her right hand to her left, it accidentally slips from her grasp. The only victim in this mishap is Yuka, who stands next to her. From the chest down, she ends up drenched in beer.
What the hell, Saki?
I'm sorry. A moment of silence hangs in the air. Hey, who doesn't want to see a woman wet in clothing? Am I right, Makoto? Shut up, Okiko. Shut up. Okiko can't resist adding something unnecessary. Saki, hearing that, sure, chuckles. You just love him so much.
Hey, don't laugh at me.
Okay, someone needs to slap him. True and real.
I'm really sorry. But you see,
I assume you're drunk as well?
you see, Okiko-kun said something weird, so...
Just as she says this, another something flies across the circle, but from a different direction. The hell? It's an orange liquid... it's an orange... blah, blah, blah. Let me try it again. You can get there, Courie. You know this. It's an orange liquid. Juice. This orange juice flies straight directly at Saki. Who did that? We all turn our heads to see where it came from. Damn. She's so upset by that. She hates that. Only to see Haruka holding an empty paper cup. Saki is utterly baffled. Like she's unable to process what has just happened. I can't either. That's kind of wild. I did it because it didn't look like you felt bad. I thought that if you didn't receive the same treatment, you wouldn't understand. What have you done? This is awkward. I did feel bad for what I did. That's why I apologized again and again. You didn't apologize again and again. Only twice. Twice is more than enough to a drunk like her. A drunk? You're the drunk here, right? What's really beer like that? Are you telling me you did that on purpose? Is there anyone who would do that? Come on, regular people wouldn't do something like that on purpose. Though it seems clones might be different. Damn. All right, Saki back on her racist arc. Oh boy, let's calm down a little bit here. That's enough. Finally, Izumi, who couldn't bear it any longer, raises her voice. Gentle Izumi-san. With that one phrase, silence falls over the group once again. Come on, we're all adults here, so why are you fighting over something so trivial? The three in question seem to realize that they can't oppose Izumi-san and fall silent, looking down. An unpleasant silence fills the air. It's so awkward that even to a third party like me, I feel like running away. No, maybe it's because I'm a third party that I want to run away. In the midst of such tension, Saki eventually speaks. Anyway, I'm going home. She picks up her bag from the ground. In the process, something falls out of it. I look at the item on the sand. It's nothing other than something we chipped in for, and Izumi-san brought for us, a pack of beef. Why does Saki have it? What the hell? Why do you have it? Stealing that. What's the point? Haruka says this without any hesitation. Aren't you supposed to be rich? I didn't steal it. Then you took it. Shut up. Who cares about that stuff? I'm getting the sense of a backstory here? Okay. That's wrong. Because we all chipped in to get it. God, you are so annoying about every little thing. Why don't you report me to the police or something? I won't run or hide. I'll be at my villa the whole time. Saki runs sharply as if cutting us off, then races up the hill, kicking up sand as she goes. Did she take the beef with her? Okay, the beef left on the sandy beach looks like a wax model. The fire under the grill is so faint that it seems like it might go out at any moment. Maybe she's not actually rich anymore and is after Okiko for his money. That second part, yeah, that might be it. I was figuring as well. She's probably not rich anymore then. Or maybe she is rich, but... Because she still has the house. It's not like... The villa is still her villa. So maybe she is still rich, but maybe her parents are, like, not the best towards her. And I don't know if that's because she's a clone? She has... Theory time. Theory time, she has a sister who is a clone, and the clone gets all the attention and not her, and so that's why she has to, like, fend for herself, kind of thing. A minute passes, then 2, then 10. No one says a word. How did it come to this? Just a little while ago, they were all laughing and having so much fun. In the end, Saki and Haruka are still haunted by that incident. I have to do something. But what can I possibly do? As I think about this, my gaze shifts to the distant rocky outcrop. There, Kurumi is huddled quietly. Her small back is hunched over as she cries, her shoulders shaking. And you're having, do you know? Do you know is the biggest issue, is the biggest question right now. She's desperately trying to hold back her sobs. Sniff, sniff, she goes. I am painfully aware of Kurumi's sorrow. She isn't the type of person who can endure such an ugly argument. Also, she might be a clone, so she's maybe taking those comments a little personally, you know? I think about rushing over to comfort her, but I don't know what to say. For now, I'll have to leave her alone. The sea laments with its constant crashing of waves. Leaving a lurk for a bit, Courie. I'll be back. No worries, Juicy. I didn't know you were still here. But thank you for the lurk. We're just about to wrap up here in a little bit, but thank you. Everyone quietly cleans up, moving the equipment to Luna Beach. Izumi-san and Kurumi decide to part ways at Luna Beach, and the four of us head back to the lodge. On our way back, Yuka suddenly whispers in my ear. Hey, I have something to talk to you about. Huh? Okay. It's better if we're alone. Sorry, Okiko-kun, Haruka-chan, can you go on ahead? Okiko, getting the hint from our exchange, leads Haruka away from us. Alright, well, Okiko's gonna love that, and Haruka's gonna hate that, because you're gonna have to listen to him yap away. Things have gotten a little awkward, haven't they? I guess is an understatement. Is it because I got too drunk? No. I'm used to that. We're all used to it, Yuka. Anyway, what did you want to talk about? Yeah, so actually, I was thinking of going to look at cherry blossoms right now. You went to see them earlier today, didn't you? It's so boring by myself. So I was thinking we could go together, Makoto. Well, this is gonna be awkward when I decide to say no. Oh, so in the end, you didn't go? No. Well, since it did get kind of gloomy, how about we blow off some steam? Really? Then let's go. Wait, I wasn't gonna... Whoa. Okay. Alright, no free will. There are no choices. But for some reason, that happy expression instantly disappears. The moment we step onto this path of cherry blossoms, her smile is gone. Countless cherry blossom petals flutter down, scatter. The gentle breeze blowing through the tree-lined path is tinted with a faint pink. Yuka walks slowly upon the petals, step by step, as if to check on each one that had fallen. As if she had completely forgotten about me by her side, she remained silent, her lips sealed. Wrapped entirely in a blizzard of cherry blossoms, what could Yuka possibly be seeing inside? I feel like it would be out of place to speak right now, so I walk quietly beside Yuka without a word. The scent of cherry blossoms permeating the air is so rich that it makes me dizzy. Hey, Makoto. While gazing at the wind carrying the petals, Yuka suddenly speaks. Makoto, when was your first love? A long time ago. Middle school. After entering high school. I don't think it matters, but... I also think I want to keep this, so I can save over this. Alright, cool. Let's see. Middle school. I think it was during middle school, but I don't remember it very well. I give an evasive answer. The truth is, I do remember it very well. I see. What about you, Yuka? When was your first love? Mine too. Mine was in middle school, too. I still remember mine clearly, though. It all started in the spring of my 3rd year. On the day of the April opening ceremony. What's going on? What's going on? Yuka takes a deep breath and then exhales. Even her breath seems tinged with color. Eventually, she slowly begins to narrate the events of that spring. I think it's the same everywhere, but that day, the entire school was filled with a sense of new beginnings. We had the class changes, and then the new homeroom teachers were announced. The new students, dressed in brand new uniforms too big for them, were wandering around the school, looking around. Even when school ended in the morning, it seemed like no one was thinking about going home. People searched for their close friends who were scattered in other classes, and even dared to speak to kids they had never talked to before. You know what I mean, right? How opening ceremony goes. I do. But you know, I couldn't quite get into that mood with everyone for some time, for some reason. Did something bother you? No, it's not like that. It's just... how should I put it? When everyone is having fun all at once, there's always that one person who inexplicably calms down, right? I think it's something like that. But maybe I was just feeling down because I had entered my final year of middle school. That's how it felt. So as soon as club activities ended, I said goodbye to everyone and headed to my usual place. Your usual place? The art room. I wasn't actually a part of the art club or anything like that. But anyway, I loved that place. Going there and drawing pictures. Drawing pictures. Yeah, I don't remember when it started, but when I felt like it, I would go to the art room and draw. Until I entered middle school, I had never really drawn pictures, but after I started going to the art room, I suddenly felt the urge to draw. That place was so quiet. No matter what time, it was like midnight. When I drew pictures in such a quiet place, it made me feel really calm. Maybe because I'm hard to calm down in the first place. So, by drawing pictures quietly like that, I guess I was resetting my own mind. Resetting, huh? Yuka alone in the corner of the art room, drawing a picture. I can't quite imagine it that well. It doesn't seem like Yuka's scene, I feel. So anyway, that day too, I went to the art room and was drawing in my sketchbook. What were you drawing? Yuka hesitates for a moment, but then continues. A cuckoo clock. Oh. Yeah, you were talking about that earlier. Why? I've mentioned it before, haven't I? That was the last time I saw a cuckoo clock was in middle school. That cuckoo clock had 2 doves, and you thought of them as a couple. Yeah, that cuckoo clock was hanging on the blackboard in the art room. The 2 doves would come out alternatively every hour to announce the time. At 1 o'clock, the right dove would coo once, and at 2 o'clock, the left dove would coo twice. Cuckoo, cuckoo, clue. But at 12 o'clock, the 2 doves would come out together and cuckoo at the same time. Interesting. At midday, in this day, for some reason, we always start it at 0000, and I think it's a very strange way to write the time, and I wonder if that's going to be important or relevant. But don't you feel bad for them? That they can only meet like once a day or twice? Twice a day. There are two 12s. Only twice a day. Even if we combine them, they can only meet for 24 seconds. Lightly nodding, I wait for Yuka to continue. So, you know, at least in the world of art, I can fulfill that wish, is what I thought. In my practice, in my picture even. I'm fading. Alright, hold on. Serious scene. In my picture, the right dove stretches one of its wings and stops the clock's hands, as the hands are pointing exactly at 12 o'clock. I see. The left dove is nestled against the right dove, with eyes closed, looking dreamy. I was absorbed in drawing pictures like that, all in that art room. I tried to imagine her picture in my head. The right dove stopping time, the left dove snuggled up. Oh, right. I forgot. We're in a video game. We're in an Uchikoshi game. Right. So, who's stopping time? Is it me? Am I stopping time for you? Because you keep dying? I don't maybe. Huh. Okay. Something doesn't feel quite right. It kind of seems a little cramped. It just makes me feel uneasy, restless, anxious, like I could only look at it for a few minutes. The wing that holds the hand seems like it could slip at any moment. And right then, time might start moving again. However, ignoring my thoughts, Yuka continues calmly. Then, suddenly, a familiar student walks in. It was a boy. When I said familiar, I mean we had never talked before, and I didn't even know his name. But when we changed classes that day, he ended up sitting next to me in my classroom. This boy who entered the art room just walked around the room in silence. Is it Saki's older brother? I don't know. Even when our eyes met, we didn't say anything and just let time slowly pass by. But you know, eventually the boy stood in front of me with my sketchbook open and said, "That's pretty." It sucks. Your drawing friggin' sucks. I couldn't help but get annoyed, but before I knew it, I snapped back. What's wrong with it then? I was thinking at the time, you don't know anything. I like to imagine this is Makoto. That would be crazy. I guess if we're a clone, I guess we wouldn't know. Yuka is the only, like, first-gen human here, I guess, so to speak. Just because he's being an ass in the story. True and real, and that's how you know it's Makoto. I thought I was the only one who thought a lot about that cuckoo clock. But the boy gave me an unexpected answer. That's too cramped, isn't it? Birds are birds because they can fly in the sky. It's precisely because they can fly that they're free. Let me see it. With those words, he takes the pencil and eraser from my hand, and he starts to mess up the clock in my sketchbook. I was speechless, captivated by the picture he was drawing. The finished picture was of two doves flying outside the window. Inside the picture, a broken clock with its springs exposed hung at an absurd angle on the wall of the art room. Ah, I see. So, if you want to stop time, break it. If you want to escape time, spread your wings. You can't be free if you're bound. If you want to be free, you can't be afraid. Saying that, he tears the page out of the sketchbook with a ripping sound, crumpling the freshly drawn picture and tossing it into the trash can. Then he opens the window and stands there. After that, he didn't say a word, just left the art room. Outside the open window, cherry blossoms were in full bloom. Occasionally, cherry blossom petals fluttered in and piled on the desk. I was left behind, bewildered, and for hours afterwards, I couldn't move from that spot. That's how I fell in love with him. I see. I swallow hard and manage to speak. For some reason, my chest feels warm. There's a weird throbbing lump in the back of my stomach. If you want to be free, you can't be afraid. What a cheesy line. If it were me, I'd say something that made sense. That's what you think. Yuka says it was how she fell in love. If it was how she fell in love, how did things work out? Hey, Yuka. So, how did things work out with that boy? Yuka lowers her head. She remains in that position, as if searching for words. The moment gets longer and longer. Is Yuka just not gonna answer? However, no, it was always just a one-sided crush. Finally, she answers. Answers a small voice, almost a whisper. But even now, I can't forget about him. I involuntarily hold my breath. A shock like lightning courses through my entire body. Well then, why don't you confess to him now? Contrary to my feelings, I blurt out the question. But Yuka doesn't respond. She doesn't show any signs of answering. Wearing only a sad smile, she just looks at the falling petals. Well, wanna get out of here then? Huh? Sorry, I talked about something silly. Yuka sounds as usual. Is it because she doesn't want to answer? Cherry blossoms. They're so beautiful, aren't they? Hearing those words, I finally understand. I realize I shouldn't pry any further. So, yeah, you're right. I try to gauge Yuka's feelings. No matter how many petals fall from the trees, it seems like the flowers will never run out, truly. Like they will just never run out. It will just be this repeating image again and again. Rows of cherry trees line the area like a forest. The cherry blossoms here might never come to an end. I take in a deep breath, savoring the scent of cherry blossoms which fills the air, feeling the knot in my heart untangle. Alright, shall we head back? I say energetically, turning on my heels and head back the way we came. But that person, right? As I turn around, Yuka suddenly adds something else. That person. He's so similar. To me? To you, Makoto. In the way that I'm just so mean to you all the time? In the way that I just keep ignoring you? Like I will not engage with you? He's so similar to you, Makoto. Muttering these words, Yuka starts walking in the opposite direction toward the tip of the cape. Surprised by her unexpected words, I quickly follow her. Are we all clones? What's going on? So Yuka's a glutton for punishment. Yes, yes, she is. Even as we emerge from the cherry blossoms and reach Viewpoint Park, I can't bring myself to squeeze out a word. Yuka said that she still has unforgettable memories of her first love, and that person is similar to me. This is a feeling that's hard to describe. It's so complicated that I don't know how to organize my feelings. What's similar about us? I want to ask multiple times, but the words disappear before they can form. Why did Yuka say something like that? She's now looking at the sea completely composed, as if nothing had happened. We remain silent for a while, letting time drift by. Her voice snaps me back to reality. When I look at Yuka, I don't know what has happened, but she had lost her balance and stumbled forward. Did she trip on the cobblestones? Yuka, on the verge of falling, grabs the railing in front of her to steady herself. Just then, I hear a small sound. You better run. A familiar, high-pitched metallic sound. It's not the thing breaking, is it? No way. Goosebumps spread all over my body in an instant. I impulsively look for the source of the sound. It's coming from Yuka's feet. Oh, she tripped over that. I knew it would come back, but interesting. I narrow my eyes and look at the ground. There's a flash of light. A sharp, pointed light pierces into my eyes. No, this can't be. A cold sweat is forming on my forehead. My knees keep on trembling. Suppressing the rapid pounding of my heart, I slowly crouch down and hesitantly reach out. The bell. An icy cold, shiny metallic texture. The faded crimson string. There's no mistaking it. It's definitely that bell. But why is it here? Why is it at Yuka's feet? The sound I heard earlier. It was without a doubt the sound of the bell hitting the ground. In other words, the bell had fallen. From where? There's no need to even think about that. Where had it? What? Interesting. Okay, so it had fallen from somewhere. Hey, Yuka. Hey, Makoto. This bell. What's up with it? Huh? Huh? Why do you have it, Yuka? Why do you have it, Makoto? Our two voices overlap perfectly. Come on, why do you have it, Makoto? So you saw the dream as well. I was just making sure. Not a dream. A vision of the past. Okay. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of Kagero Days, that old Vocaloid song where it's like the two kids trapped in the time loop. I love that project. I love all of Jim's songs. He's so good at it. But it kind of reminds me of that. It's just Groundhog Day. So it's not mine. I didn't have it. Then why are you holding it now? I just picked it up because you dropped it, Yuka. Me? I didn't drop it. What's going on here? I feel like our conversation isn't making any sense. Also, why does Yuka know about this bell? It was after a few bouts of verbal sparring. Verbal sparring? Sparring? Yeah, that is how you spell it. Yeah, it would be 2 R's. I know how to spell, don't worry. Don't worry. When suddenly, a young girl comes tottering up to us. Uh-oh. Oh, God. No. She appears... Oh, okay. Okay. She appears to be around 5 or 6 years old, just starting elementary school. Oh, boy. Okay, well... The young girl comes to a stop in front of us and speaks.
Give it back.
Yuka and I glance at each other.
Give it back.
She thrusts her palm forward, repeating herself.
Give it...
Give it back? What do you mean?
That.
The girl's short, white index finger points at my clenched fist. Huh? You mean this? Yuka grabs my wrist and pleads, open it with her eyes. I comply, slowly opening my fist. And of course, in the palm of my hand is that bell. And then, with astonishing speed, the girl suddenly snatches the bell from my palm. There's my alarm. Alright, cool. You never think someone this young would be as fast as that, like the wind itself. Where the hell did this girl even come from? She's a demon. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue what's happening right now.
Thanks.
Before she can even finish thanking us, the girl turns back and starts running. The void. True.
Hold on a sec.
Yuka bounds after her, circling in front of her. The girl stops in her tracks. Yuka bends down and matches eye level with the girl. Hey, there's something I wanna ask you. You know, wouldn't it be like super awkward and super crazy? You know, also, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, TNT Warlord. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Wouldn't it be super weird and crazy if like, so Yuka thinks that the little girl is gonna die, I guess, and that's why she's kind of acting like this. We both know that someone's gonna die. I think it's gonna be Yuka. Yuka thinks it's gonna be the little girl. So, no problem. Forgot to do it earlier. I see.
What's up with that bell? Can you tell me? I tied it to that stick over there. I have to be careful not to drop it and lose it, you see? So that means this bell is mine.
I see. So that's what happened. The bell tied to the railing by the string had come loose and had fallen to the ground because of Yuka. Oh, I see. Okay. Because I was preoccupied with something else, I hadn't noticed that the bell was tied there at all.
No, that's not it.
While shaking her head, Yuka smiles at the girl.
Why do you have that bell? I want to ask. Did someone give it to you? Or did you find it somewhere? Yeah, I found it. I picked it up yesterday evening.
Oh, it's because I threw it, isn't it?
Do you remember where you found it? Yeah, I remember. Where? By the moon. I found it by the seashore, shaped like, the moon.
Oh, Tsukiyama. I'm astonished. I even feel slightly dizzy. What the hell? The bell I had thrown into the sea that night washed up on the beach. If only I had thrown it farther. No, that's not it. If I had smashed it with a rock or something. That's not it either. That's not it. That bell was meant to be found. No matter how hard I struggle, it'll continue pursuing me until the time is right. I feel an incredibly overwhelming power. Suddenly, I'm grabbed from behind by the nape of my neck, and I'm dragged away to a distant world. Or that's how it feels. I have no way to resist. I can't even shout. But even so, I have to fight this. I have to resist, even if it seems futile. Forcefully take the bell. Persuade the girl to return the bell. Yeah, you know what? On that note, I think it's a great time to save. Sure, here. And end stream for today, because I don't know what to do. I don't know. If it were me, I would probably forcefully take the bell and just throw it away again. But I'm guessing it's not going to be that simple. And I also don't know, why would I need to persuade her? Who is the girl? Why? Okay. She's a ghost. She's the ghost. Okay, so we have aliens, we have androids, we have clones, we have ghosts. She's the ghost. Like stealing candy from a baby. Or in this case, bells. True and real. All right. Well, with that being said, I am going to look for somebody to raid. All right. Also, we have like less than like a point percentage of dropped frames, so it's really not that bad. It was not that bad today. I did not call Xfinity. However, I learned that there is an Xfinity app, and so I realized from that I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And I have a couple of features that I can try, a few of which I tried before the stream, and then if the stream ever goes down, I guess I'll try them during the stream as well. But for right now, it seems like the stream went well today. Yippee. Yippee, wahoo. We're looking for somebody to raid. Alright, Kirito is online. I end the stream if I die in the trial, I think it says. Kirito is playing the Outlast trials. I think that's scary. I'm scared. I'm terrified of that. Alright, have a good night, y'all. Make sure to hydrate. You as well, TNT Lord, Warlord. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. That is indeed a scary game. Alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna raid and then peace out. Because I can't be there. But I appreciate you all spending some time with me. Let me go over to the ending screen. I appreciate you all hanging out for the stream a little bit. I will be back on Thursday. Thursday. I will be back with some more Shibuya Scramble. I am aiming to finish Shibuya on Sunday. It will be Thursday and Sunday, and then the Sunday stream will just like, however long it is, like 3 or 4 hours, we'll just go until we finish the game. So that is what I am planning for that stream. But for right now, we're just kind of continuing with Never 7. So I will see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.